Hi YouTube, this is Andre here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so grateful, thankful, and blessed to have you all here on my part 3 of my journey. Today's video is going to be more talking about financial intelligence. When I was growing up, I knew nothing about how money was actually used. Money is actually a spiritual energy, and I didn't treat money like that. We usually all use money with like cards, so we're just basically paying with like cards and we're not really thinking about it. And when I was growing up, my parents didn't know anything about saving or investing properly in like the stock market. They were only told what they knew, and that was to save it in a bank account where it would get like really no growth whatsoever. So most of my life I basically never knew about money energy and the values of having an abundance mindset, and I always was in like, we never had enough. We can't afford this, we can't afford that. So throughout my life I imprinted that into my belief system that we couldn't afford anything. There's a lot of times where I'd want something, but we just didn't have enough. And I know a lot of you out there can relate to me, but I'm trying to change my mindset to be more abundant. Look, recently, I'm going to just be honest with you guys, I lost $40,000 in my TFSA in a bad investment. It was a lesson that I had to learn, but learn nonetheless. But I'm not crying wolf, I'm not crying over spilled milk. It was a lesson that's going to help me in the future to be smarter with my money. But I wanted to talk about financial intelligence. Wow, it's a very tongue-twisting word for me. I don't know why. When I was growing up, like I said, didn't really know anything about money, and I really wish schools were teaching these things to kids. My cousin Shaz, shout out to you, my cousin, I love you very, very much. On December 18, 2019, just after my awakening, she taught me in a 3-hour WhatsApp call everything I needed to know about money, how to leverage it, how to use credit cards to pay for my bills, to have high reward points to travel instead of buying a plane ticket with my own money. Little things like that I didn't know. I learned how to invest in the stock market earlier in 2020 when we had the financial crash because of COVID. And I learned how to invest in growth stocks. I learned about dividend income stocks, about passive income where you keep reinvesting. I learned about our RRSPs and TFSAs. For you Americans, it would be your 401ks and your Roth IRAs. But yeah, like none of these things are taught in schools. And me and my cousin, we created a company called Smart Kids Biz to help teach kids to be financially educated. Now, obviously, right now, me and her, we're in two different parts of our life where we can't focus on that, but I do want to circle back to helping to teach kids how to be financially educated and smart, because I feel like this is a fundamental thing that schools are missing, because it'll set up young people to have a better financial future when they get older. For me, I used to just buy stupid stuff. I used to waste my money frivolously. Keeping up with the Joneses was another thing, where if somebody had something, I wanted to keep up with them and have it too. For me, I've learned to have the minimalistic mindset, meaning I am trying to just get rid of all my stuff and just live a very minimalist life, because less is more. In fact, you feel lighter inside. And the reason really why I wanted to talk to you about this one in my part 3 is because it was a very foundational core to my mindset about money, to be positive. No matter what happens, money comes and goes in life. This is a fact, right? But I just really wanted to shoot this today because it's getting a little bit colder, and I want to shoot outside because I can really connect with nature. When I'm inside my house, I just don't connect, and there's bad lighting, so I figured I'd take advantage of this now. But yes, financial education is very, very, very important. And I hope to, down the road, after I've become a world-renowned motivational speaker, energy healer, YouTube fitness instructor, whatever it is I'm meant to do, to circle back to help teach kids how to be financially educated, because it's a very important subject. Because when I grew up, I didn't have it, and I know schools are starting to somewhat implement it, but they're not quite implementing it, because a lot of us, we go to school to get educated, to then go to post-secondary school, some of us, to then potentially be in some sort of debt, to then have to work to pay off that debt, just because the way society's invisible rat race that we are living in right now has it built like that. And since I learned about passive income in only 2020 at the age of 35, and a lot of people knew about it for years, I'm a little bit late to the game, but here's the thing: you're never late to anything, right? Colonel Sanders, he didn't build KFC till he was 65, right? So no matter if you think like, oh, it's too late to do something, I can't invest now. Yes, you can. Always pay yourself first. So one key tip that I've learned is any paycheck that you're working for or any income that you have, try to put 10% of it into an investment. If you're between 20 and 30, go all in, like go high risk. When you get to a little bit older ages, like 50, 60, that's when you have to like mitigate your risks a little bit. But always pay yourself first so that you have something. And I've also learned to have an emergency savings account, and to just basically have different investments, because you know, the thing is, if you save all your money in a bank account like what I was doing for most of my life, it's not growing, it's not doing anything. The other thing too is always invest in yourself first as well. So right now I'm actually investing some money in myself to get taught what I need to learn about business, mindset, life in general from my awesome, amazing mentor and teacher and coach, Angel Hill. And I love you very, very much. Shout out to you. And she's helping me learn to get a business up and running so I can have a sustainable income, to be financially free, so I can free up my time to be hero of love, to help change the world and make a difference, so I don't have to worry about money coming in and working a 9-to-5 to escape the rat race that a lot of us are currently stuck in. I just have like a passion to help people escape this, and I want to also educate people who didn't really have any financial education with like how to use credit cards efficiently, how to invest properly. You know, I've also learned how to invest into crypto. Now that's a little bit that's another video. The investment thing that I was referring to, that I made a boo-boo or a mistake, was in crypto. Nothing's wrong with crypto, it's just that I didn't do my research. So one thing is, always do your research on a company before you invest, of course. I'm not a financial expert, so I'm just letting you guys know that, putting that little disclaimer, but I have learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know before my awakening. But financial education and intelligence is so critical. It just helps you not have to worry, because a lot of us, we worry about money, and when it comes to money, if you're like struggling, or you're like, you know, you're worried about it, it goes into all parts of your life: relationships, your friendships, your family, your health, your well-being, because you start worrying about that stuff and you stop taking care of yourself. So I'm just trying to just say, like, financial education is a very important topic, and if any of you are interested and want to know more about some of my like tips that I've learned about investing, I'll be more than happy to share that with you. And yeah, just wanted to talk to you today about that, because this was kind of important. Now, I kind of like went all over the place, and you know, like I said, I keep these videos very raw and unedited simply because why not, right? I don't really want to edit videos right now. I want to just keep it from the heart and the soul and the core of my being, of what's coming from what I want to say from my soul. But I want to say thank you so much, each and every one of you who has watched me from my first YouTube video to now. I think this is number 8 in the journey, but this is part 3 of the journey. My next video, I'm going to be talking more about being of service and adding value into people's lives that I didn't even know what that meant. I only learned that in 2020. There was one thing I forgot to mention in my last video, was there was 2 other habits that I formed. Taking cold showers, like jumping in, plunging face like head on for 30 seconds to stimulate like the body, and having a gratitude prayer as soon as I wake up. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you. And if you like my video and you want to support me, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, and leave a comment, and send some love. And I share this with you because I just want to help educate anyone or inspire anybody that's like struggling, because I love you all and I want all of you all to be happy, right? I never got the help until I asked for the help, and now that I have more knowledge and taking the actionable steps, now I can at least make a difference and start helping people in their own way. So thank you so much. I love you all very, very much with all my heart and soul. I send you all my love and light, and I want you all to keep on shining, keep on smiling, keep on glowing, keep on flowing, keep on striving, keep on thriving. And until next time, YouTube, I'm Andre, and I'm out. Peace.